So I haven't really been able to upload a video in about a month. I've recorded a few, and I recorded a few at the beginning of March, and then I got sick with like the worst cold ever that I think went into allergies. I was actually still up, excuse me, see, I was up last night coughing till like 5 a.m. and I've started taking some allergy medication, so I'm hoping that helps. But it's like it started out as a cold, and then as the weather warmed up, now it's allergies, and so it's just prolonged, and I have felt terrible. But other than that, I've also been working a lot more. Busy season is picking up for Army, and after COVID, I actually dropped down to 2 days a week of like being at work, and the person who took my other 3 days ended up having to have surgery, so I stepped in and I have been working every single day. Today is my first day off in over 3 weeks between Army and my actual job. So when I was sick, what I do when I'm sick, or even like when I'm anxious, I was watching, what was that show? The Last of Us. I've been watching that also, and when I am watching things like that and I get anxious, I actually get on my phone and I start buying stuff online. So with all of that being said, I knew I had a beauty budget and I couldn't spend a lot of money. And the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale came up, so I developed a plan. So my plan with that was, if there was something on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty that I wanted, I was gonna go ahead and add that to my cart. And then I was gonna go down and look at my loves, like things that I've just kind of been like holding off on getting. And I was gonna go ahead and add those to cart, prioritizing whatever had a gift with purchase at the time. So like I went in with a game plan. So then you get the most out of your money if you cash in $125 worth of points at a time. I ended up doing $1,125 of Ulta points. And then I also ended up doing my Sephora points because I think they've discovered that like Ulta's got it going on. Even though their point system still isn't as good, I was able to cash in about 4,000 Sephora points, and I got $200 worth of things at Sephora. So I'm actually just gonna start this haul with showing you the one thing that I got outside of Ulta and Sephora and that I bought. And it was this blush palette from Chanel. I did film a video with it. You can tell I've already been using it a ton. I love it. I got the shade 957 Tendresse. And this is the only thing that I have spent my money on this month. Everything else, which is a ton of stuff, I got through Ulta or Sephora using points. The only downside to this is since I have used up essentially all of my Ulta points, like I still have some in there, but not $125 worth, and that is when I cash in. Since I have used up all of my Ulta and Sephora points at this point, I won't be buying a whole lot, which is great because the weather is getting nice and I like to get outside and do stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what I picked up. I'm not gonna tell you how much everything costs and like go through my orders and stuff like that. But just know, you know, I just told you the sums, $200 at Sephora and $1,125 at Ulta. So, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want to kind of go by category of items instead of going order by order. All right, so the first thing is actually something I needed, and it is body sunscreens. So I have tons of face sunscreens over here, and I'm all set for summer. Speaking of facial sunscreens though, I did just throw one in my declutter bin this morning, which might shock a lot of you. It's the ULTA MD, and I've covered it up pretty well. You can kind of see under the skin here. There's one, and there's one here, and there's one here. I started using this, and I've been using it probably for the last 4 or 5 days, and every day I wake up with an under the skin blemish that is painful. And the only change I have made is using this. I got it in a derm store, like Best of Skin or whatever. They actually have really great values in those derm store kits that you can get. But I pulled this out because I was like, I need to use it before it goes bad, because sunscreen goes bad, and it goes bad in about 3 months. So I wanted to go ahead and use it before it went. The texture and everything is fine. I'm pretty sure that it's just because it's thicker and it has the zinc oxide in it. Yeah, zinc oxide and octinoxate. And I'm pretty sure that's why I avoided sunscreen for so long, especially American sunscreens, is because not only do they turn your skin kind of like with a white cast, they always broke me out. And so for years, I would just let my skin be damaged because I'm like, sunscreen breaks me out. Then I discovered Asian beauty sunscreens, and those did not break me out. So I just need to stick with those. They're more affordable. They're not as thick on the skin, and they don't break me out. So I am going to pass this on to somebody who can use it. There's a girl in my army unit who swears by this. It does not break her out. So I'm going to go ahead and pass that on to her. Okay. So then also the body sunscreens then, like I mentioned, I haven't showed you anything yet, and we are 7 minutes in. All right. So the first thing here is a fun one. And this is the Kopari, what is it? Sunshield Body Glow Gel SPF 50. And so I thought this would be nice for those days where I'm dressing up and I want to look pretty and I want to go out and things like that. But I'm going to be in the sun. So pretty much like on the days when I'm like patio drinking with my friends in the summer, this is what I'm going to reach for. And then I got two kind of practical ones. This first one is just my favorite. It's the Nuetrogena Body Mist SPF 45. This is typically what I wear if I go to the pool or if I'm kayaking or anything like that. It used to have like a really cool sort of like handle on it like this, to where when you sprayed your, like the lid would twist and you would spray like that, and it was just easier to apply. I mean, using my finger is going to be fine. But I don't know if they've changed this at all, if the formula is any different, because I know that there was some controversy around it a couple years ago saying like it was causing cancer or something. So hopefully it's still like that beautiful sheen that it gave before. I don't know if you guys remembered, but like Tati Westbrook a long time ago had Scott Barnes on, and he was like doing his J-Lo secrets on her, and that was actually the sunscreen or a similar one. Let me see. It still looks the same, so I think this is good. And then the next one is the Vacation Classic Spray. I have the perfume of this, and it smells like a day at the pool, and I just thought this would be fun. It's SPF 50. So again, this is one that I'm going to be taking to the pool with me. I was all out of body sunscreens from last year, so I'm going to start with these two, but I'm sure I will probably, well, I guess these three, but I'm sure I'll probably go through them pretty quickly because I just paid for a summer pool pass. And I have like this lofty plan of getting up every morning around probably 5 or 6 and going on my 5-hour bike rides that I like to do. And then when I'm done there around lunchtime, then I'll eat some lunch and then go lay out by the pool. So that's kind of my plan on the days where I'm not working. And then that is it for sunscreen, but I do kind of want to stay in the realm of skincare. So the first thing I got is this Cosrx Master Patch Set. I believe this was one of the 21 Days of Beauty situations. So because I've been breaking out more, and I think it's the change of weather mixed in with the change of products that I have been using with the weather, and also being sick, I have been using these pimple patches quite a bit, and I do find that they do a great job of pulling stuff to the surface and minimizing the amount of time that you have a pimple. So I've really been enjoying these. I also got this from the 21 Days of Beauty. It's the Body Firm Crepe Erase Ultra Smoothing Neck Repair. Here's the thing. I know that you do not need a specific lotion for your neck. You can use whatever you use on your face, all that stuff. But my neck seems to be so sensitive, and I'm wondering if a neck specific sort of moisturizer would prevent me from breaking out. Anytime I use whatever face cream or anything like that I'm using on my face and I'm bringing it down my neck, I get little pimples on my neck. So let's pop this open and see. The box is sealed, but then also this is also sealed when you pull it open. Yep, and it has like one of these kinds of pumps, and I think it looks like I'm gonna be able to see through it, which might be kind of nice. There we go, here's a little bit of cream. I don't really, let's just see how it feels. It feels okay. Let's see if it does anything for my neck. Here's the thing, I'm always looking down at my computer or my phone, which is terrible, And I have a little extra fat around my neck anyway. And then I have like what my uncle coins as the necklace right here. So I would like that to go away. I don't know that this is going to do anything for it. But also I have been losing a little bit of weight over, I don't know, the last year, because I finally started taking thyroid medicine. I've been avoiding it because I don't feel good when I'm on it. But I did start taking thyroid medicine because essentially the army says I'm fat. And so I wanted to make sure that I gave myself every opportunity to be able to lose the weight. But anyway, my neck has been getting kind of like crepey and saggy. And so I'm just going to go ahead and see if this helps. All right. But also I need to put that somewhere where I'm going to use it, because I don't know about you guys, but I buy stuff for stretch marks, which we know doesn't work, stuff for cellulite, which we know, and I never get around to using it. I have specific oils and things to use after a Brazilian wax, like on my lady parts, and I hardly ever use those. I need to be better about using those very specific products. And then if I'm not better about using them, I just need to get rid of them and stop buying them. All right, so then sticking with skincare, this Rose Deep Hydration Facial Toner, I just was a sucker for it. I was assuming glass bottle, it's not. Either way though, I haven't used this ever. I've used the other like fresh products, and I tend to always like really like the products, and this was like on a deal at Ulta, so I grabbed it. So I did grab a couple of things from Clinique because they had a really great gift with purchase at Ulta. The first thing I got is this light reflecting primer. It's the Even Better Light Reflecting Primer. And I typically don't buy a ton of Clinique stuff, but I'll show you why I got this. So this one though tended to go a little bit yellow golden instead of pink like a lot of these do, and I thought that would be perfect for summer to kind of prime and add a little bit of life to my face, and it's not too shiny. So I got this, and then on Ulta's website, I was curious. I used to have this eyeshadow quad a long time ago, and it's one that I like completely used up. And I absolutely loved it probably like 15 years ago. And I remember it being all matte, but on Ulta's website, it looks like there's some shimmers in it. And I was worried that they had changed it, but they didn't. I think Ulta's stock photos just are not any good. But this is called the Teddy Bear Quad, and I always just thought this was like the most sort of perfect everyday eye. I really loved it. So I got it again to see if I still love it as much as I did before. Of course, I probably have these shades in my collection somewhere, but this is just so convenient. And I just remember loving the formula because it was so smooth. So I'm gonna see if I still love it, essentially. But then also they had a really good kind of gift with purchase going on the Ulta website. And it's actually two things. The first thing was they give you a full size Super Defense City Block sunscreen. I used this a long time ago, and I remember the bottle being green. I think this one is a little bit different because it says Daily Energy plus Face Protector. So it has to have like vitamin C or something like that in it. I am a little bit worried because it has zinc oxide in it, but this has 3.6%, which is, I believe, a lot lower. What did this have? This had 9%. So I'm hoping, because I'm hoping this doesn't break me out. But if it does, again, this is one that I think I'll be able to pass on. And it may not be the zinc oxide that broke me out in the Ulta MD. It could also be the fact that this is mattifying on the skin, and whatever they use in here to keep it mattifying and not glowy could also be the culprit. But anyway, there was also a little makeup bag with 3 items in it too that you got, and this one I believe is like a little purse mirror. I don't know about you guys, but every couple of years I find that I start needing these again because mine break. Like none of them I have are like super good quality. I had a Sephora VIB Rouge one in my purse for a super long time, and then that one broke. So I'm about to break this one though. I can't figure out how to open it. Oh, it rotates and then it clips back in. Okay, so that's kind of cute. Does it? Okay, yeah, I about broke it trying to open it. I thought it opened like a compact. It does not. So you get this little purse mirror, and then you get a little mini, or you got, they might still have this gift with purchase on the Ulta website. Also, if you're wondering how to look for the gift with purchase, I always just go to the offers tab and then do the gift with purchase at Ulta just to kind of see if anything sparks my interest. And if not, I also then, so that I don't buy specifically for the gift with purchase, as I'm interested in things on the Ulta website, I just add them to like my loves or save for later. And then I go back and I check periodically, like when I was trying to get to the 125 mark, like what had a gift with purchase. Because usually when you click on the item, it tells you if it has a gift with purchase. Either way, I also got this little mini Take the Day Off Balm, which is perfect. I'm about to go into my traveling season. And then I think that because I have the full size of this too, I think that once I use this up, again, I will just keep refilling it into this container. We'll see. I always say stuff like that and I never do it. And then also a little mascara, which is just like their kind of classic mascara you always get, which is their high impact mascara. Okay, so now let's go into complexion products. I got the new Guerlain foundation from Sephora with my points. This is the Terracotta. I got it in shade 1.5 neutral. It still does lean a little bit orange on my skin. I find that it oxidizes because this looks okay. And then I find that it gets a little bit deeper, but it could also just look like it gets a little bit deeper because this is like frosted glass and that tends to make your foundations look lighter if you're just kind of holding the glass up to your face. Either way though, when summer rolls around, I think that the shade will be better. And I did try it once and I found it to be like a little bit mattifying. So I'm wondering also if summer rolls around, if this is gonna wear a little bit better than maybe some of like my lighter, more hydrating products. So I'm excited to try that out. And then also I got this new Kosas Glow IV Vitamin Infused Skin Enhancer. I got the shade Spark, by the way. So this, again, I thought would be perfect for summer. All of this stuff, I'm just looking forward to nice weather. It's a little bit deep for me now, and that's why I think it's gonna work, there you go, better in the summer. And I'll just kind of play around. It's so weird though, the other day when I put it on my hand and swatched it, it looked super glittery, but it doesn't look super glittery now. So I don't know, maybe in the right light it'll look a little bit glittery. Who knows? Okay, and then I also got something similar, but it's like this mixed with tinted moisturizer. And I had to get two because they never have my shade and I always have to mix. So these I got from Ulta with points, which they shipped in like just like a bubble mailer, and all my like packaging and stuff just got smashed. Either way, I got the shade 2-in-1 Nude and 0-in-1 Petal. I thought that would be perfect. One for winter, one for summer. And I could mix them as my skin was between. I did go in store and like swatch them on my hand, and I thought that this would be something I would really end up enjoying because it is like a tinted moisturizer that gives a light veil, and it also gives a light glowiness, so it's not overly glowy. So I'll probably do a video on that at some point. And then I also got this, which is like an old favorite of mine. It's the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I got shade Birch 1.5. Again, this is one that I always have a hard time finding a good match for me. Here's the thing with this. I had this and I absolutely loved it, but this packaging is flawed. Like the end of all of mine came undone here, and I even went to, like, we have a Sephora inside Kohl's, and I went to Kohl's the other day, and half of those even had this like cracked open at the base. So let's see. I think the shade is actually pretty good for me now. The one good thing about these kinds of products that are sheer is even if the color isn't perfect for you, you can kind of get away with it with a little bit of like cream blush, cream bronzer, or concealer or something like that, just to kind of change it because it's not a full coverage product. And then I also got this. This is the Bare Minerals Concealer. And I remembered this having like amazing coverage, and I thought this might be perfect for summer. And with all of these blemishes. Let's just try it out. Let me see if I can find a good little buffing brush. So hopefully the color is okay. What color did I end up getting? Well Rested. And this is eye brightener on the bottom, but it says sunscreen, or not sunscreen, but it does have sunscreen. It says eye brightener on the bottom, but it says concealer at the top. So we'll go ahead and work it into the brush here and see. Yeah, it's a little light for there. Let's go ahead and move it around the eye. Yeah, I find like this has really, this has really good coverage. And I find that with these products, the more you buff, the better the coverage gets. I actually really like this. I don't know. A lot of the stuff I'm just going to be playing around with because a lot of these products were in my loves list or, you know, save for later list because I was curious about them. Okay, and then I did get another concealer. This is from Nars. I have the shade Vanilla, but I felt like I needed a different shade because that one leans pink. And so I got the shade Madeline instead because I have that one in the pot. And I remembered that one working really well for me last summer. I wonder if we could make this a drinking game and you guys drink every time I say the word summer. Okay, and then I also wanted to try the Hourglass foundation. I have their liquid foundation, but I wanted to try the stick. And I couldn't decide between the shade Shell and I think they have a shade Linen. And this is probably going to be better for me in the summer because it is a little bit deep right now, but I think it's going to be fine. It's got a lot of coverage too. So we'll see, but I think it's going to be fine when I get a little bit more color on my face. And then I also got this from Laura Mercier. I wanted to try their new Tinted Moisturizer Bronzer. I tried this over some foundation and I'm going to try on a day where I don't have foundation on today. I just have a little bit of concealer right where I need it and then like other sorts of like glowier sort of complexion products on. So I'm wondering if this will look better without foundation because when I put it over foundation, it's got some shimmer to it, but then it also still mixed in and it just looked really muddy on my face. So we'll see if that works a little bit better. It just may not be for me. I got some blushes. So during the 21 Days of Beauty sale, Benefits box blushes went on sale. So I wanted to try out a couple of them that I hadn't tried, and then they brought back Dandelion, which was previously discontinued, and I remembered liking it. These are a lot smaller than they used to be, which is nice because the boxes aren't like so big and take up so much space, but you also get a lot less product than you used to in the originals. But I got Dandelion and I believe they changed it slightly because I remember mine being like pink with like a little bit of gold shimmer in it, and I feel like there's some in here. It's just not the same as it used to be. But then these other shades are all new, and I kind of wish there were a few of them that they would bring back. I really liked Rockateur. They used to have, what was it called, like Sugar Bomb or something like that, that had the 4 quadrants. I really liked those. But the one I've been using the most is called Shelly, and it just looks like a super bright kind of coral. But when I start to blend it on my cheeks, it has a beautiful sheen to it. I don't know if it's going to show on my hand here, but it's super flattering on my skin tone. And then I got Willa, which is kind of like I would say like a rosy kind of shade. And then Sunny, which is more orange than Shelly. I feel like Shelly is a little bit more coral. You can kind of see the difference here. Here's Shelly, and then here is Sunny. So those are the ones that I chose that I thought would be more flattering on my complexion. And they had a deal going if you bought like Benefit products. There was like a Benefit gift with purchase, and it ended up being, which it was like a mystery. It ended up being this, which was their mascara prize pack, like 4 of their mascaras. Which I think is awesome. That's exciting. Oh, I forgot to mention the gift with purchase that came with the Bare Minerals purchase. And it was this where you kind of get 2 skincare items and then the mineral veil. And then I'm going to regress for a second and go back into skincare. I kind of skipped over it when I went from like sunscreen to tinted moisturizers, but there are a couple of skincare items that I got. The first one is this from Drunk Elephant, and it's their luxury facial oil. I'm actually running low on mine. I've been using mine quite a bit. So I just wanted to replace it, like when I wouldn't actually have to pay like money for it. And then also I got this because I know that I like these Sunday Riley products, but usually when I use them, I'm traveling, and I thought this would be perfect to throw in my travel bag. And I also mentioned that some days when I'm getting ready for work, at the gym, because I swam before, that was like a really weird backwards way to say it. On Fridays, I shower and get ready at the gym because I swim in the mornings. Anyway, I got this, and then also there happened to be a gift with purchase, which was essentially the same thing, only in even smaller sizes. And so I got the same 3 products just in these little squeeze tubes, which is perfect. And then also Josie Maran had a really good gift with purchase. And I remember, I don't know, it's been like years now, but the Josie, and actually I was like wondering a few months ago if this brand even still existed because I haven't heard anything. But anyway, I remember really enjoying this intensive hydrating treatment. They call it like milk. I think I have a neighbor that does not have a muffler. Either way, it's called Milk, and I remembered really loving it, so I went ahead and I picked that up. And then there were multiple gifts with purchase if you purchased the Josie Maran product. So the first thing you got was this little 4-piece kit of 4 different products, and then you get an argan oil, which there was also an argan oil in that, so then there's just like 2 argan oils. And then also the Daily Moisturizer SPF 47. Again, this is one I'm going to try out, make sure it doesn't break me out, because again, it has the titanium dioxide and the zinc oxide in it. We'll see if it breaks me out. If it does, I'll pass on to somebody who it does not break out. And then I also picked this up because I wanted to try it. There's this turmeric brightening polish in this little kit from Volition. And there's like a couple of other products in here that I thought might be good to try. So I picked that up, and then they did give a little gift with purchase, which is their Glow Awakening Moisturizer, which is also in here as well, but they did give another one with that. And then Peach and Lily had a gift with purchase, so I grabbed the Glass Skin Water Gel Moisturizer. And also the Ulta, my birthday is in April, so the Ulta birthday gift for April was a Peach and Lily product, which was this. It's their gel cleanser, but then also you got a whole Good Acids Pore Toner, free gift with purchase with a Peach and Lily thing, and it's like a full size, which is crazy. Let me open this bad boy up. Which this has AHAs in it, which I find to actually be very beneficial for my skin type. So I was excited to get to try that for free. Oh, and there was another gift with purchase from this Kopari sunscreen. It was just a little Kopari kit that comes with their lip gloss, which I actually really like. And then an eye cream, and then a ceramide cream, and all this stuff in here. So that was exciting as well. Also, I realize I have a ton of skincare, and a lot of the times if I know I'm not going to be able to get around to using any of this, I just put it in my bag of stuff that I give to friends as gifts. So that really works out nicely as well. All right, so back to the makeup type things. I did get a couple of, I would say, like more luxury high-end items, just because, again, when you don't have to pay money for it, they're more exciting to get, I think. So I got a few I was curious about, but I wasn't 100% convinced that I would absolutely love. And so the best time to try products is like, again, when you don't have to pay for them. So the first thing is this Forever Couture Luminizer in Pearlescent Glow. So I have another one of these Dior highlighters, and I found that it was a little bit deep for me. And I was like, perfect, I'll get the lighter one and I will kind of mix them. And I was not expecting this to be as glittery as it is. And I don't know, yeah, you can kind of see it's pretty glittery. You can even see it like kicked up. I have used it. I actually do have it, focus on my face. I actually do have it on here a little bit, but it's kind of like worked out. I like the fact, and I don't know if it's gonna pick up as blue as it is. You can kind of see the glitter a little bit better there. I like the fact that it leans slightly blue, because I feel like if your skin is a little bit sort of tan or you use a bronzer, when there's a hint of blue, it kind of gives like that sweaty sort of look. It's not for everybody, but I find it to be somewhat flattering. I'll do a little swatch here. There it is. And so it is pretty glittery, but I find if I kick off the brush, it's not too bad. And it's nice when mixed with the other product. So yeah, I do have it with another highlighter on right now, and I don't think it's too bad. The other thing I got was this Chanel eye quad. And this is the Tissé Essential. It's the, what, 266. So I was expecting this, from the colors online, to be slightly more rich in tone, but really you've got a mauve and a gray. I'm still gonna give them a whirl, but they seem to just be naturally sort of dusty shades. And I don't know that that is gonna work for me. This might, I don't know, because I never really go smoky, but they seem a little bit dusty. Let me go with this sort of shade here. That would be like a good transition. I don't know if this is one I'm gonna keep or pass on to a friend. I don't know, I'm gonna play around with it. And I was thinking, and let me know if this is something you would be interested in. I was thinking of possibly doing videos and going through palette by palette and doing 3 looks each palette, and then kind of determining whether or not I'm gonna keep it, just to kind of downsize. I have a ton of like these little Chanel and Dior like quints and quads, and I love a lot of them. I really love their formula, but realistically speaking, they're not all working with my skin tone, so I should probably pass them to somebody that it would work with. And then I picked this up. It's a new look. It's one of the only Dior quints that I don't own, if I'm honest. And it looked a little bit deeper, but I thought I'd give it a whirl. I haven't actually used it yet, but the shades look very pretty. And oh my gosh, this has never happened to me with a Dior quint before, but this literally just fell in my lap. So I'm gonna put that in there very carefully, and then I am going to glue it back when I'm done filming this video. And I did get one drugstore item. This is the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. And I just kind of wanted to try the formula. I do have this on today. I think it's a nice formula. It's a nice baked formula. It's glowy and beautiful. And I think it's like a more refined Nars Orgasm. Sometimes that one can leave like too much glitter, but this is like that classic sort of coral peachy pink with a gold sort of sheen to it. But I think it's pretty. Just apply a little bit more there. And then also these Urban Decay shadows went on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty. And this is the shade Sin. So I remember this shade was in the original Urban Decay Naked palette, and it was one of the shades that I actually hit pan on in there. So I thought I would just go ahead and get the shade. I remember it being a champagne that leans slightly pink. Yep, there she is. But it's very pretty, and I think it's very brightening to the eye. I'm gonna actually, this video is gonna take forever if I like dibble and dabble and everything. MAC came out with new eyeshadow palettes, and MAC hasn't really done anything that has excited me in a while, but I saw these and I thought they were absolutely gorgeous. So I got this one, which is, this is Bronze Influence, and it has Retrospec, Data Mine, Olive Twist, Overnight Influencer, Bronze, and Logged Out in it. And I love this. I love the art. on the front. Like, I think everything about this is beautiful. And I also feel like these colors really complement my olive skin tone as well. So I'm excited to try them out. And then also I got the larger one that I felt best complemented my olive skin tone. And this is Unfiltered Nudes. And again, look how beautiful, oh, that's upside down. Look how beautiful that is. I have a painting in my bedroom, and this reminds me of the art on that painting. There's like an artist, they're very similar. I'll post some of them up if you're curious, but these seem like a futuristic version of those paintings that I have. Either way, here it is. It has Uninterrupted in it, which is one of my favorites. That's why I decided to get it. However, I will say I used one shadow, and you can see it's this one right here. That's what I put all over my lid today. What is that shadow? It is Send Neutrals. And I don't know, but this formula seems different from the other shadows that I have from MAC because it seems much dustier. So I'm gonna have to play around with it. I think somebody had mentioned that the formula is supposed to be different. They're supposed to be more pigmented, but sometimes people mistake more pigment with it just being pressed looser in the pan and being dustier. So I'm gonna play around with it and see what I think. But I got rid of most of my MAC eyeshadows, with the exception of a couple of singles that I have. And then there is a MAC palette that I still have and I love, if I can find it in here. Okay, here's what I was talking about. And I found that these shades were pretty flattering and really good quality, so I kept this one. And it was like a travel exclusive. I think that you could only get it like in airports. So I have that one. And then I still have the Patrick Star ones, which I really like. And then I have this, which I think now that I have this palette that has Uninterrupted in it, I might go ahead and pass this on because the only one I was kind of, actually this is a completely different shade though. I don't know, I might keep it. I wasn't using it a whole lot, but I was using kind of this color when traveling to kind of make my everything flow together. What shade is that? I guess Outre, I don't know, probably French, and I don't do French. Either way, anyway, not that you cared about my MAC palettes, but I thought I would show you. And then I got this from Dior, and it is a lip product. I haven't even opened it yet. I have one in another color that I really enjoyed, which was called something tea, but I thought this might be nice because it's a little bit brighter, and it's called Natural Pink. Ooh, no, is it Natural Peach? Yes, let's see here. Oh yeah. I love lip stains that are comfortable. Sometimes I find them to be drying, but I love a sheer lip stain. I'm gonna use this a lot this summer, so excited for that. And then I'm gonna show you the hair products that I got. So I have a ton of hair stuff, and my hair's back in a low pony and I've done nothing with it, but I will say in the last couple of weeks, I have been a lot better about actually doing my hair. So there were a few things that I wanted to pick up. And the first one is from Kristen S. And it's the Signature Gloss. Again, I got this at Ulta. And I ended up getting the shade Dark Golden Brown. So my hair, as soon as it hits the sun, kind of turns like auburn, like a reddish sort of brown color. You can kind of see more towards, I don't know, like there. And then I don't dye my hair, but you can see the roots are darker, even though there is still some auburn coming from the roots. Just once it hits the sun, it lightens a little bit. And I kind of wanted to just give my hair a nice sort of evening out. So I got this, and I'm going to see if that works. This only lasts for a couple of weeks though, but I kind of wanted to get a feel for it before I decided to dye my hair, which I don't dye my hair just because I haven't started getting grays yet. Knock on wood. I feel like everybody else my age or even younger is getting grays. And I don't have them yet. So I don't want to like spend that extra money if I don't have to, but we'll kind of see if I like it, and all that good stuff. Anyway, I also wanted to get a shampoo, and I didn't want to get a conditioner also because I go through shampoo way quicker than conditioner, and I have a huge conditioner in my shower I'm trying to get through. So I wanted to get a couple of Nexus products because they had like a buy one get one like 40% off or 50% off, I forget. But I got this Nexus Unbreakable Care Anti-Breakage Shampoo, and I do find that I have a little breakage like around here where I have my part, but I don't know if that's breakage or regrowth. Either way, I wanted to get this. And then I got the Nexus Comb Through Finishing Mist, which is a number 2 medium hold. And then I also got a shampoo and conditioner from Bumble and Bumble. It's the Invisible Oil Shampoo and Conditioner. In which, why did they make the conditioner so much bigger than the shampoo? Like, I just don't go through that much conditioner. Either way, I got both of these. And again, they had a deal too. It was like buy one, get one 40% off. And then I got this Dry Bar Detox Dry Shampoo, which I really like their dry shampoo, so I just wanted to pick up one of those. And there was a new hair care brand I had never heard of, and they had a deal going, plus they had a free gift with purchase. So I ended up getting their Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. And then I also got their Clarifying Shampoo for after the pool. So that is all the hair care I picked up. Now, I forget what hair care I bought, but there was a thing going on at Ulta, like if you buy so much certain hair care, you got a free wet brush, which is great. And then, I think, oh yeah, the gift with purchase with that Odell brand, it was this dry shampoo, this like a spray powder. So it doesn't have any of the aerosols in it, which I actually do like these for adding texture to the hair. So it gave me that. I did get my Sephora birthday gift, and I got the Nest, there's like a candle and 2 little mini perfumes. And then I did get 3 perfumes. So this is like the last thing that I'm gonna show you that I got with points. 2 of these items are like travel size from Sephora. And the first one is the Fleur Solar Power. I got this just because I do have a Fleur video coming up, and I wanted to speak on all of their fragrances, and this is the only one that I didn't have. So I picked this up. And then also I wanted to try out this Kayali Yum Pistachio fragrance because it's been very polarizing. And I did go in store at Sephora and spray it on myself, and it was weird because I kept smelling it. Like it was an addictive smell that I wanted to keep smelling, but I didn't love it. So I got the small to kind of try out and like wear a little bit more and just to kind of see what I thought. And then this fragrance was new at Ulta. It's called Dime, and it's called 7 Summers. And it seems like one of those like light, barely there sort of everyday fragrances. So I did pick it up, and it's exactly that. It reminds me a lot of the Clean Reserve Skin, only slightly sweeter. So I'll probably talk about this in an upcoming video, but so far so good with that. And then the last thing is just like a large gift with purchase from Ulta. Again, I always wait to put in these orders until they have a big gift with purchase. I'm not gonna show you everything in here, but the one thing that I was like super excited about was this boob butter from Truly. And there's like an Olaplex thing in here. There's a full-size NYX lip gloss, Urban Decay liner, which I don't really wear liner, I'll probably give that away. A shave butter. And like a little mini Versace Dylan Purple perfume. I mean, there was a ton of stuff in here, and that there were deluxe samples along with the purchase. So I got all of this stuff, and the only thing I actually had to pay for was that Dior palette, because not Dior palette, was that Chanel palette because I ordered it directly from Chanel. The rest of the stuff I used points on it. And now that I am completely out of my points, shopping will be slowed because I don't make a ton off of YouTube. And the only way I'm gonna be able to actually make money and afford to buy stuff per my low buy is if I sell stuff on Mercari. Either way, I think I'm set for summer. The only thing I think I might have to buy more of is sunscreen. I think I'm gonna go through those 3 sunscreens probably like in the first month or 2. But other than that, I think I'm all set. So let me know what you've recently picked up, what you've been loving, and also let me know what you wanna see reviews on. So that's essentially why I showed you all of this stuff. I showed you to kind of keep myself accountable so you know that like what I've been spending money on since I am on a low buy and you know what I've been getting, but then also, which is so funny to say on a low buy because this is a ton of stuff. It took me like an hour to film all of it. But with that being said, I just felt like it's helpful to keep me accountable, and then also I do want to put out the content that you guys want to see. So let me know what you want to see me do videos on. And now I'm gonna get off of here, put all of this away, and enjoy the rest of my Easter. I hope you guys have a great Easter, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.